So Tank, I don't need Tank, bro.
He gonna pay for it.
That didn't come from fighting big names. That just came from me performing and people just liking what I come with. I would love to fight him.
Everybody in this room right now know what's going on. Come on, stop.
He's so unpredictable.
Yeah, G, mediocre.
But I'm not out here pushing for no Tank fight, bro. I don't know what light skin gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing what I need to do for my family and for myself. First of all, I'm a Christian, you know what I'm saying? He do a lot of stuff.
He sound like a photo.
He give off a lot of feminine ways, you know, so I think he
gonna pay for it.
And they know he be mentioning my mother on Twitter.
Yeah, G, mediocre.
And that was just crazy to me.
Keyshawn Davis calls out Gervonta Davis to fight next after Lamont Roach. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. So Keyshawn Davis recently gave an interview. He has some choice words for the WBA lightweight champion, Gervonta Tank Davis. I want to break down what Keyshawn had to say about Tank. Give my 5,000 nickels for anybody a lift.
I told y'all. I just saw it. This boy got talent, man.
Alright, y'all. So Keyshawn Davis recently gave an interview, and he was asked about the potential of him and Gervonta Tank Davis fighting in 2025. What Keyshawn had to say was pretty interesting, and I just want to reference what he had to say really quickly and then give my little 2 cents. But I'm not sure if he has the resume to be Tank's next fight. So let's find out what's really going on. Alright, y'all, so we're going to jump off into the computer real fast. So Keyshawn Davis gave this interview, and they asked him about Gervonta Davis, of course, as usual. You know, I think that Keyshawn's a good fighter. I think he's a good prospect fighter, a good prospect boxer. But I think Keyshawn's resume is what's going to hold him back. There's so many other good fighters that are kind of in front of Keyshawn, and I'm not sure if Keyshawn at this moment really deserves a shot at Tank.
Well, I just know that he's going to go in there and give it his all the same way I'm going to do. He got such an awkward style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got to expect the unexpected coming from Berinchyk. What do I expect out of myself? I expect a first round stoppage.
You know, even if he does win his next title, and I think that might line him up somehow for a shot at Tank Davis, but I'm not sure if it's actually going to work out that way. But at the end of the day, I think if anything, you know, if you're going to put Keyshawn in there, you got to put Shakur before him. Shakur has already been at 135 for a little while. He don't got the best 135 resume, but Shakur would definitely deserve to be in front of Keyshawn in my eyes. Vasyl Lomachenko, and where does Loma fall into all this? And if Loma's actually retired at this moment. So let's get off into what Keyshawn had to say.
It's just me. I just feel like I can do that, you know. My last fight, I got a second rounder, so I'm going to try to go for the first rounder this time.
Much like the entire lightweight division, Keyshawn Davis has called out Tank Davis for a fight several times. Akin to the rest of the folks, Tank has refused to give Keyshawn the time of day, and that's kind of funny if you ask me. I don't think Tank really gives anybody the time of day, you know, unless you're bringing something to the table. And people got to understand what he means by bringing something to the table. You got to have those pay-per-view numbers, because it's not fair for him to be carrying the entire event by himself. However, this didn't stop the Norfolk, Virginia native from hitting Davis where it hurts the most. While appearing in an interview with Fight Hub TV, Keyshawn took digs at the WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Tank Davis. I would love to face Tank, Keyshawn said. I just think he doesn't have the balls to fight me. I really just feel that way. I don't think he really got the balls to see me on a contract and fight me. Keyshawn said the businessman will fight for his first major title this weekend, and a win here technically puts him on the same level as Gervonta Davis. Now, that part I don't actually agree with. I don't think a win would put him on the same level as Tank, because Tank has beat better names than Keyshawn and better names at 135 than Keyshawn. And Tank got a title. And Tank does all these pay-per-view numbers. So I wouldn't say that technically puts him on the same level as Tank. Later in the interview, the 25-year-old roped in David Benavidez, highlighting his situation with Canelo Alvarez. Benavidez, despite being Canelo's mandatory for over a year, hasn't been able to secure a fight. So Keyshawn Davis wants to carve out his own path rather than chase Gervonta Davis to the ends of the earth. And it's funny he said that, man, because that's what all these lightweight fighters have been saying about Tank. Like, we don't want to chase Tank around. I don't want to chase Tank. And I don't really think it's chasing a fighter. You know, it's more of, that's the best fight that you can get in your division. It's not like you're chasing that fight, because if you beat him, then he has to in turn around and beat you or go into retirement, because, you know, his stock is going to fall a little bit and your stock is going to rise. So these fighters got to stop looking at it like he's doing something for me, or I need him to do something for me, and start looking at it like I need him just as much as he needs me. I need to make my name off of him because he has the bigger name, and he needs me for, you know, Hall of Fame validation.
After next year, I'm out of it.
Whoever wins, you know, it's still going to be a classic fight, and the fans win at the same time. So I think these young fighters have it kind of twisted up when they look at things from a lens of, you know, I make my own money, because these guys are making so much money that I don't really need a Tank fight. And that's almost the same way, and I know people hate this, as Tank saying, I don't want to fight for the titles. He's already making more money than he would fighting for any title, so why go after the titles if you're already making title fight money? There's no need to. But that's the same way that these young fighters look at him, because he's the biggest fish in the pond, and they don't want to feel like they need him. But once again, at the end of the day, all these guys need each other, and they need to start looking at it that way and stop looking at themselves as the top of the mountain before they even get there. And the problem with Keyshawn to me is he just don't have the resume. He's only 12-0 with 8 KOs. You know, that's not a lot of fights. That's, you know, Tank has almost triple the amount of fights that he has. And they're trying to say that they can compare Keyshawn Davis to Tank Davis. I would say, once again, that Shakur would be more relevant in this situation. I like Keyshawn, but I think Keyshawn's a few steps ahead of himself. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. That like button for me. Go check out BoxRaw. BoxRaw. They're a newer platform, and they do pretty much all behind-the-scenes footage of boxing, and it's pretty cool, man. Go check out BoxRaw. And if you want to feature a product or your channel on my channel, you know, feel free to hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com. And we are out of here.